Ho 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 ho! Happy birthday!
You ain't Frosty Snowman.
The pig's got another... Oh.
So yeah, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Banjo-Kazooie. In this part, we're off on Christmas land.
It's cold.
But it's not a very jolly Christmas, as, these bears don't have their presents.
Where's your presents? Our dad Boggy says he was fetching them. He's been gone ages. Where?
Ages?
How about you?
Or you? Aw,
They all speak in unison. That's the scary part.
none of them have their presents. I wonder what happened to what happened to Father Boggy?
I think he ended up in the lava world.
Oh, they're all sad. They're worried that he's gonna die out here in this cold and that they'll never see him again. Oh, wait, he's right here.
There he is.
He's
My
just-
stomach aches. I shouldn't have eaten that shiny thing. Someone
Wow.
help poor Boggy.
Well,
Hold on a second. You mean to say this dumb idiot ate a fucking piece of metal?
Yes.
Oh, believe you me, he's more than just a dumb idiot. He's probably the worst father in all of video games.
Father of the fucking century.
just left his children to freeze. Anyway, real quick, just to get out of the way before I start talking about it all the time. This is my favorite track in the game.
Same here.
I love the triumphant, like, jolliness of it.
It literally does feel like the holidays down here.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a shrunken head.
What do you think, Hype?
I think I think Hype's absorbed into the music.
I think the chilly wonderlands of Freezeezy Peak here froze his lips.
No, oh, I also see him.
Or got him into the spirit of things.
I also see him as muted, so, okay. So we're, I see him as muted on the call, so maybe he'll come back. Alright, well, yes, just to get out there. Love this stage. Also, it capitalizes on the flight move and teaches you a very fun move as well.
Oh, yeah.
You say fun, I say gimmicky. Or
Just be
finicky.
careful with it.
Gimmicky, finicky.
A little gimmicky, though I'd also argue it's actually a very good speedrun maneuver, assuming you have good aim with it.
I just gotta say,
Otherwise-
I love those snowman enemies, even though they're a pain in the ass to deal with.
Those snowmen are freaking creepy.
They
Honestly, I'm
look
not sure if they're
weird.
better or worse than the snowman from Dixie Kong's Double Trouble.
No, I just like the
Nice
sound
reaction.
effects they make.
My devastating big bomb. Yeah, they make their snowballs sound like gushy.
Snow's telling me more.
Okay. When you're flying, just launch her at a time. Yeah, so you...
Speak up,
the beak,
bro.
yeah, it's the beak bomb. Or whatever they call it. Buzzard bomb.
It's a pain in the ass to use.
It bursts you forward with a lot of speed, and unless you hit right on the target, it's gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
I can imagine.
Also, welcome back, Hype.
You guys
Sorry,
ever
it's-
notice how janky those bell textures are on that box?
Sort of? But, anyway, yeah, just to catch Hype up, we just got access to our new ability, the Beak Bomb Barrage Attack, and with it, we can, dash like that.
We could
And-
make those snowmen hatless.
And already we have a very difficult enemy to fight these with. You have to hit them on the hat.
Ooh, nice.
Nothing else. And as you've noticed, the hat's on their head, and their head moves around a lot.
It goes up and down and all around.
It bounces around to their jolly
real quick,
mischievousness.
Just like that box of presents.
Anyway, I want to ask, because
Yeah,
I see the
go ahead.
water there, is it like Mario 64 where if you stay in that water you start to lose health?
You'll
Oh
see.
no, you lose health if you drop in there, period.
And it
Every-
talks to you.
It's basically like the swamp water. It's it's a lot more volatile.
Not to mention the fact it talks to you.
Why does everything have to talk to me?
Why does it have
Everything is
eyes?
sentient in this game, including what we're about to find in this present box.
Christmas
We're the
lights.
Twinklies. Protect us
What
from
the-
the twinkly munches
don't
as
sound
we
very
hop
jolly.
across to a tree. If
No,
enough
that
of
doesn't
us
sound
get
very
there,
merry at all.
we can light the tree for you.
No, this isn't right.
Oh, there it is.
Well, excuse me for not taking my helium tank today.
Oh no, there are goblins.
Oops.
Crunchy and tasty.
And did I mention I love how these things scream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love their
Someone had-
high-pitched, oh sounds.
Someone had fun recording that. Also, I hate how these things can pop up out of nowhere and eat something right as they're above them, and you have no tell. Like
Yeah,
that.
Like that.
Yeah.
Fuck these things.
You might have a time limit, but you have an unlimited amount of twinklies to get across the tree.
Yeah, the number up there is just for how many you need to get there within the time limit. And may I just say, I do hate the fact that Rare brought this gimmick back in some fashion for Donkey Kong 64.
Yeah.
Which one was that again?
So,
Wait, are you talking about one of the barrel
mini
minigames?
You have to protect the banana fairies from
Right,
the
from the claptraps. Yeah. I like that one because it makes me hungry for watermelon.
That was
And I
the
hate
one where you
watermelon.
had to like outright do the pause
There you go.
glitch trick, right? To win, or is that the other one?
on.
Oh jeez, hang on.
Yeah, phew, that was close, but we made it. Now, switch us on.
I don't. I'm glad they did switch and not turn.
James, I kind of want you to edit in like a Nintendo Switch cut here
What?
when it activates.
Okay, if you insist.
Hip hop hooray! Be a star and you'll find your reward. Hurry!
Wait, what do you mean a switch clip? A switch clip of what?
Huh?
Well, first,
Just any will do, I guess. And like a dumbass, I think to go
No,
up the
you
tree
don't
instead
go
of
up there
actually
yet.
trying to go to
No,
the
not
stars
yet.
first.
Grab your shrunken head first, but don't go in the tree.
Well,
There are termites in the tree.
and whatever
Alright,
that brown thing is.
Why are there termites in the Arctic?
Oh, if only I had some
Oop.
pesticide on me.
Or for
Kazooie, if
Twinkies,
you
anyways.
Let's not go in there.
and now we gotta go outside. This is
Thankfully, you don't have
embarrassing.
to do the escort mission again.
would. Yeah, you just gotta turn the thing on again.
We guarantee people James has played this game before.
Again, it's just a matter of my poor hindsight beating kicking me in the ass.
But yeah, you guys said it before, I'll say it again. This is probably the best world in the entire game.
I enjoy it a lot.
It's just so joyous, it's so fun to explore, there's
Oh.
a lot of verticality and horizontally.
That's right.
One thing I don't like about it is Boggy, and this mission.
Yeah, that's right. I was gonna say that's what I was asking earlier. Hype, what do you think of this level?
I like it.
Alrighty.
Does it get you into the holiday spirit?
It's certainly joyful. I'm not quite sure about getting into the holiday spirit because at the time of recording, it's the middle of September.
But we didn't celebrate Christmas in July!
You know, that's actually something I kind of want to ask. Like, we all know that trope about how, like, people get irritated when they get, like, Christmas stuff out too early. Like, say, like, after Halloween they get it out, people get annoyed by that. How come no one ever seems to bat an eye when anyone does the exact same devil damn thing for Halloween?
Excuse me.
Well, for one, that snowman just shadowed Jiggy, and two, it's because Halloween is just not as marketable as the holly jolly
No, Halloween's
Santa
plenty
Claus
marketable in its
tomato
own right.
suit man.
No. I would say first off, I'll say I've been to a Bel Air that is already doing Halloween candy, which to me just I'm trying to lose weight. I don't need the freaking reminder everywhere.
whoop.
Is the water too cold for you, Banjo? Well, no, we'll stay out.
Well, fuck off!
The water, it has eyes.
Just imagine the game really just.
Devil damn, you're right, that was the
If
one.
It's a good day for me.
I thought you were just joking.
Dude,
No.
if Conquer had pretty much the exact same freaking presentational style as this game did, you'd know they would totally do that.
No,
If they
if it had
had
the
the
same
sa-
presentational style, then this Christmas tree would also have a pair of googly eyes on top.
If this game had the same presentation style as this, then Conker's own piss would have eyes on it.
You guys ever stop to think of how horrifying this world is?
Yeah, a lot actually.
Well,
No,
yeah,
not
like
really.
imagine if our microphones had eyes. What if our computer screens had eyes? What if our eyes had eyes?
You need to have muscles on your eyeballs.
We're asking the real questions.
You need to have muscle balls?
No.
To be fair, they're technically they are a pair of balls. They're called eyeballs.
Jeez. Oh gosh, that tune is never gonna get old. Ow.
No, it's not. Get used to it, folks.
Admittedly, trying to get the Jiggy on top of that podium is a little bit of a finicky jump.
Because the camera doesn't like you here.
No, it doesn't. But hey, we got it. 3-step Jiggy.
Oh yeah, by the way, real quick, backing up here. We say this, Icky. I almost called you Iggy, but you're not.
Iggy.
Icky.
What are you doing here?
we just went, like, here we are talking about how a polar bear managed to eat a Jiggy piece. Kazooie eats every freaking gold Jiggy piece in this game.
So she coughs up eggs.
I get
Everyone.
the feeling that she does it like She gets them in her mouth, and when she gets back into the backpack, she spits them back up in the backpack.
That's fair.
So she stores them in her mouth, not her stomach.
Like a bird feeds its young. Also, James, I think you missed the mumbo token back there.
You know, I don't buy that,
I'll figure it
and
out
I'll
later.
tell you why.
No!
Not because he fell into the freezing water,
Oh, jeez.
or that,
Oh.
but, the fact that Kazooie can actively cough up eggs.
Yeah. Also, as you've no doubt there you go. As you've no doubt noticed, those things have freaking like speedy accuracy with their snowballs. So be
Yeah.
careful.
You'd swear they have auto aim on.
It's a sight to behold. If only there was, like, a lock-on reticle while you're flying around.
Actually,
Well, no, that would help actually.
speaking
Nice.
of... First off, I love how Banjo goes, uh-oh, every time you about to use it.
Uh-oh.
Another thing I thought of is, like, with your
Yeah.
flying, I just imagine, I Believe I Can Fly, but have, like, the Banjo sound font. It's like... "Wook, wook, 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 wook."
Oh, bo. Ooh.
Hooray.
And for taking care of all the snowmen, a Jiggy appears at the very top.
Well,
Well-
why don't we go to said top? Away, Kazooie!
Well, we could fly right up there, or we could explore,
Fuck that, I want the Jiggy first.
or we could just go right up there.
I think next to the final world in the game, I think this is the tallest level in the game. Besides the final
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
one. Alright.
Well,
I mean-
technically a lot of levels in this game rely on verticality. And it only gets worse in Banjo-Tooie.
Ugh, Banjo-Tooie gets worse in pretty much both aspects.
Banjo-Tooie gets so tall, that's like... I liked it, but at the same time I didn't, because I do like the music still, but that's where, like, it gets so tall, all you hear is just wind blowing around.
Actually, speaking of-
Pterodactyl land.
Speaking of which, I've actually been trying. I actually got back into playing Banjo-Tooie not too long ago, and I will say that
It's not as bad as you think.
as much as I do love some of the extras that game added, like again being able to swim with both Banjo and Kazooie at the same time, and being able to shimmy or climb up ledges and all that shit, which I'm surprised was never a thing in this game to begin with. I will say I'm not really that big of a fan of the worlds that are in it.
Neither am I.
I like some of them.
Like honestly, they don't really hold a candle to what we had in the first game.
They're not as compact as they were in this game.
Well, yeah, no.
They're not as compact, and honestly, I just think some of the I don't know, some of the aesthetics of it are kind of boring in my opinion.
I do like the ideas behind them. Like, I love, I enjoyed Hailfire Peaks, although I will admit I didn't like how a lot of it was more,
Ooh, it's safe for Wazza to come out now.
who's Wazza?
It's a walrus.
Why don't we go pay him a visit?
Hey, Wazza.
Don't forget the notes.
A nice day, fierce bear!
You're bigger than it.
Now, admittedly, while the level aesthetics in Banjo-Tooie aren't as interesting, I will say that I do like the interconnectivity between them.
Yes.
That's cool.
Like the fact that every single world in the game has something to do with another world that you just visited. It's
Right.
pretty cool.
I mean, that's nice and all, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, if I'm not even that big of a fan of like a good chunk of the levels,
Then why would you want to revisit them? Yeah.
Exactly. Like, I mean, I'll just get it out of the way. I'm not really a big fan of the second world, what was that one called?
Glitter Gulch Mine?
Glitter Gulch Mine. That's it. Yeah, I honestly think that level's fucking boring.
Well, I love the music to it.
Yeah, the
Music's
cool
alright.
banjo.
Actually, though, that being said, though, that's actually another problem. I actually don't think the music in Tooie isn't quite as good as Kazooie.
I like Gruntyland.
I mean, I do understand the whole.
Oh,
intent
you mean
behind,
Witchy
like,
World?
Witchy World, thank you.
Yeah, Witchy World.
Yeah.
Witchy World, I will admit, is definitely the most interesting out of the bunch, just because, well, an amusement park being run by Grunty, that could go in so many places, and he clearly did.
Although
But,
I
like,
will say- go ahead.
I mean, I look back on, aside from that, and maybe one or two other songs, like, most of them, I mean, I don't know, just the overall presentation doesn't wow me as much as I did Kazooie, but then again, I understand why they went that way, because they wanted to go for a more darker tone. I mean, it makes sense for them to go a slightly darker tone. I don't know. I don't feel it entirely works.
I will say, I will gladly take, spoilers for this game, I will gladly take a Rusty Bucket Bay over as many Grunty Industries.
Oh my god, yeah.
I've heard horror stories about that
Ugh.
about that stage.
I hate that stage with a passion. But,
It's not fun.
I was going to bring up earlier, like when we were on top of the snowman, Thank you. Anyways, like I was saying, when we were on top of the hat, I was going to bring up the fact, the idea of verticality in video game levels. I saw this one post on Twitter recently that asked, are there any levels in video games that are way too tall for your liking, and whenever you fall from the top it feels like you're actually literally falling down? Like, you ever get that nervous feeling from standing from a really tall height?
Yes, that would be any level in Conquer, because Conquer weighs like a
didn't mean to
brick.
do that.
Oh,
Geronimo!
And he burps out a Jiggy.
He just dies.
Hey, you found my sled. I'll go and practice for the big race now.
No,
See you, buddy.
You don't have to. No.
But what about your kids? What kids?
Oh,
I have what?
we come back and the children are like ghosts. They were never really there to begin with.
They were never there to begin with.
Speaking of Boggy and his family, I will admit I do kind of like the turn that took with them, Tooie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A little macabre, but a little too real, but, I mean, I'll take it.
Poor Mama Boggy.
That's actually another thing. We actually don't see the mama in this game.
No.
They
She's in the
fleshed it out,
sequel,
I
but
thought.
she's not here.
Wonder
But
what
I
she's
hear
been-
a Jinjo whistling.
I hear it too. I wonder
But where could it be?
Oh, there it is.
He's locked outside of his house.
Oh, don't worry, then you can take shelter in my backpack.
Or he could just fly around you
Hey,
into
wait,
the
wait.
aether.
Go on, Hep.
He
Go
just
on,
I
Hep.
just
appeared there?
Wait, guys.
'Cause,
Hold on, Hep.
like I was just saying,
Go
like I
ahead.
could have sworn that he wasn't there when we were back there earlier. Did he just appear the second he got on top of that?
I don't think so.
No.
Then again, considering the fact we're playing this on the 360 version, anything's possible. But I just imagine that now. Like all the Jinjos are packed inside the backpack, and Kazooie's just like, "Move over, Buster!"
Heck.
I saw a pair of feet on top of that shelf.
Another.
It's
Hey,
Big Derb.
you've been stowing away Jinjos.
I was going to be my lunch.
Actually, I was
kind of fucked up.
Actually,
go
I was
ahead.
gonna say like
He took up residence up there.
Attendant.
He forgot to pay rent. And unfortunately,
yeah,
Mumbo's
that
legs
was a
too
joke.
small.
Ooh,
Where
Banjo got all
was-
fat, got big teeth. Why?
Shush.
If only I could bite you with these tusks, but I can't. 'Cause I'm too fat.
Honestly, okay,
Small.
real talk, I've never actually seen a walrus use its tusks, like, biting down. I've never seen it actually bite anything with its tusks. I've only ever seen, like, maybe swing it at something.
I think that's all you can do with them.
I've only seen walrus tusks in cartoons.
That's fair.
Is that the final note?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
And to think, we're only just past the halfway point.
We're only halfway there.
Oh god, you're right.
Halfway there.
I like the little
there.
splatter sound whenever he lands.
You can thank me later. This thing's incredibly slow.
Look at him go!
We're just trying to go over to Waza.
Don't get him, Bullseye!
Banjo-Kazooie.
There.
Oh, look how happy Waza is.
There Waza.
Wow, another walrus. Take this, but watch out for Smelly Brown Bear and his ugly bird partner.
Just gonna let that slide.
And Kazooie just pops out. there,
Racist to
just-
bears?
There you go. Yeah, I was just about to say, after he says that, Kazooie just, like, pops her head out of the backpack going, "What is that supposed to mean, bitch?"
I was just thinking, you say that in my face. I was thinking that.
Doesn't really smell like
Again,
that!
Mr. Walrus, feel free to have a look around Waza's cave.
Actually, it's pretty nice.
Nice place you got here.
It's really nice. Actually, I think over here we can find
A
another.
little bit of water, a little
I think we
cave.
find a hollowed out honeycomb over here, I think.
Yeah,
I think so,
you
yeah.
find a honeycomb over here. The
Okay.
Jinjo is on the other side of the room.
And there is something big in here. More on that
Ooh.
later.
A bunch of Wonder Wings, too.
That too.
I'll take what I can get. I'm sure the guy. I'm sure the big guy won't mind if I take all his shit.
And yeah, we can't attack in this form.
Nope.
I don't think...
Honestly, I think the only form you can attack with is the alligator, or excuse me, the crocodile,
The alligator and the bee.
and the bee. Yeah, more on that later. Don't mind me, I'm just taking your shit.
But yes, as you can see, there's a Jinjo up there.
Oh, I can't reach the Jinjo.
But we are too little to reach the Jinjo.
Actually, if you can't get in here as regular Banjo, how are you supposed to get that Jinjo?
Actually, no. Once you get the Jiggy from Waza, he actually doesn't block the entrance anymore.
Yep.
So you can eventually come here with Banjo, and logically speaking, he freaks the fuck out.
Yeah. Because he's racist to bears.
What creatures aren't racist to bears and birds in this universe?
Other bears?
Other bears and other birds?
Honestly, no. That is actually something. Not even in the sequel, you don't see any other bears anymore. I don't even think you see Tootie anymore.
Hey, Mr. Walrus, fancy a race? Hop on the sled if you do.
Oh boy.
Here we go!
Oh, look at that, it's me-sized.
I love the music here.
Great! Now all you need to do is steer your sled through the red slalom gates and beat me to the end. Got it?
Ready, second. Just charges ahead.
Oh boy, Uncle Ben's strap.
God damn it.
Why, what happened?
So, yeah, we got our...
Are you alright, Icky?
Yeah, I'm just remembering some really stupid meme on YouTube.
Like, I think
I'll explain to you after the
might have
part.
accidentally bleeped
Thank
out
you.
what was funny.
Well, he'll tell us later. So, how's the race, James?
So, gonna spoil this right now. You actually you race Boggy twice, and the first one's not too bad. I mean, you got a sled that can keep up with his, and
Just
all
make sure
fun
you
and
can
dandy.
stay in front of him before he cuts you off.
Yeah, otherwise it's gonna be pretty tricky to catch up with him like that.
Yeah.
Oh, what the?
See you later, Mr. Walrus.
He will slow down a little bit, but...
Oh, right. If you're not...
Faster! You're not trying back there.
Cut around
That's
as many
right. You can
corners as
actually
can.
instantly end the race if you fall behind too far.
Yeah, cut around
Yeah.
any corners you can. Also, be careful, he does suffer from rubber banding.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, the first race isn't too bad, but then you got the second race, which is pretty much the big
there
stinking
you
point
go.
of this game's level of progression. Oh, you're too quick for me, Mr. Walrus. Here's your medal. I reckon I need to race someone my own size.
I reckon you gotta go back home and treat your kids to a nice Christmas roast.
What, kids? Because we can
What
reuse that
roast?
joke.
But yeah, seriously, no. Oh, and we're meanwhile back at Waza's cave.
Hi, Waza.
Hello there, Mr. Waza. Eek! A bear again! Take that noisy orange thing with you and leave poor Waza alone.
Okay, yeah,
What does
there's
he
a
say if
Jinjo
you come
here.
back in when you already get the Jinjo?
He'll just say, please leave him alone. Yes, James, you gotta show it off.
And
There's a wall of
so,
ice
What's
here.
that?
Something we can never get.
This thing that legends are made of. You can get it only with cheat codes in this game, but
The cryptid.
In fact, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, in the original Xbox 360 version, once you clear a certain requirement, you actually can collect that.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's with a cheat code
Actually,
either.
it's
It's actually
funny,
something
it's-
they unlock because
go ahead.
Because I was about to say, yeah, because they did kind of, not the way we want to, they were, when they re-released this on the 360, and after Nuts and Bolts was released, they decided to use the ports to finally find a way to realize the whole stop and swap thing. And the way that they use it, the ultimate end goal you get from it, is just some extra stuff that you can use in Nuts and Bolts.
actually that's
Yeah.
actually not entirely true. If I'm not mistaken, they actually were able to make the put the stop and swap mechanic to its fullest effect because you can actually those all the collectibles you get in Kazooie actually do transfer to the second game as well.
Really?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but
they
they
do.
mean,
Oh,
but
right.
mean,
They
like,
remember the abilities from the first game. That's good.
right, but like, yeah. So there was a thing that was happening back then. I guess we'll talk about that. I guess now the history is they wanted to have an interesting mechanic where they would use the Nintendo 64's local memory that's stored whenever you whenever a game, because of course there's stuff that is on the cartridge itself. The cartridge has the memory in it before memory cards were a thing, but there was also a little bit of stuff that was stored locally on the N64, much like how if you're working with a multi-disc, a multi-CD PC game, a lot of it runs on the disc, but a lot of it also comes from the computer itself on its own local memory. However, I guess something with the technology. Something happened where like they realized the Nintendo 64 was never designed to continue running when a cartridge was removed. It automatically just freezes and like crashes on. There's no way they could find a way to work around that.
Hey, buddy, fancy a race against Buggy? So yeah, this is the second race, and unfortunately, with my current setup, I can't beat this guy.
He's impossible.
Can we?
No, you can't, because you need an ability in Gobi's Valley in order to
We
do
need a
it.
fancy pair of Nike sneakers.
Yep, and here's the even more fucked up thing. Apparently, this guy didn't have a sleigh prepared for us, even though there was one he had that was retrofitted for the small walrus.
He attached rocket boosters to a sled too.
Oh.
Yeah,
Cheating
what a
fuck.
fuckhead.
I mean, I'll give him benefit of the doubt. He's not gonna like waste your time and go all the way. He's like, I won. He'll be like, oh, this isn't right.
Yeah.
This isn't
fun
a
or
fair race. Come back when you're better.
Faster.
Come back here after you get a sponsorship deal from Skechers. And get a sponsorship deal.
No, to be more topical. Come back when you got a contract with Nike. Oh, wait.
You say that.
Come
actually,
back when you're
I'll
in
say,
Space Jam 2.
I'll say you say that.
Oh.
But
Hi.
boy. You say that, but outright, I was looking up into the news, and Nike's like, that's the thing. No one ever.
They're making
no one ever-
bank.
That's the thing. No one ever freaking realizes this. That two things. One, when you destroy your own property, like, oh, I hate it so much, I'm gonna burn my sneakers.
You're
burn
still
my socks.
technically buying the pairs
You
of
bought the
sneakers
thing
to burn
already.
them.
You should get a refund, or I don't know. But burning it, you're destroying something you already bought.
You're destroying
Never
something you
would.
already bought, and you're buying more just to destroy them.
Right.
I would say
number-
I would say only burn them if you've already had that pair of Nike shoes for like years. But if you're just suddenly buying them one day only to burn them like an hour or so later, you're essentially playing into their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number one. Number two. Someone actually had a good idea of if you really don't like the thing that much, just give away your stuff to charity.
Yeah.
People
Give it
will
to
use
people
it.
that actually need the shoes.
Not enough yet. I think we have enough for that one though.
But
I
we're
think so,
humans,
yeah.
we need to be
Ugh.
selfish.
But,
I just
Hitler-
noticed that statue of Grunty's face has a cocked eyebrow.
Yep. Like, well, you're like does. The other thing that you've noticed is the other thing that someone said is that
Ooh, I'll do
controversy like this
Actually,
gives them.
actually, before that, Logan, how about we do some more of these?
The disgusting Gruntilda has tadpoles on toast for breakfast.
Gross.
Then she usually has
Slug stew!
for dinner. Yeah.
Worms.
Shrek can make a good meal out of that.
Lunchbags then finish with
Cockroaches and cream!
for dessert.
Oh,
How horrid.
I'll say.
Oh, you
God forbid
poor
you
dears.
have the ones that
You're
fly,
yellow.
too.
Let me fire it up for
And
you.
we'll get some health. But yeah, real quick was that whenever there's a controversial thing like that, it plays right into their hands of they now get free advertising because now everybody's talking about it. That's the only way I think the Ghostbusters reboot got any money out of that.
Yeah.
It's because they didn't have to spend a buck on any like commercials and stuff. People were talking about it already. Oh, we do have enough for that no door up there.
What happened to... Wait, we're 3 notes off. What happened?
Wait.
To be fair, I still missed the notes from Treasure Trove.
Whoa.
Oh, right. Ugh.
That's
Devil
right.
Damn.
And
I
here
don't
we
even- I
unlock...
don't even- I don't even remember where they were, and I'm not going to bother because I don't think you really get that much else for getting every single note.
You just get-
I think what they do is they give you like the other stop and swap items that they don't show you in the Jiggy ending. But
Actually,
even then,
no. So,
okay, so they're just bragging rights.
no, actually, there's something different. So, at the very end of this game, just before the final boss encounter,
Wait.
the giant
yeah,
nerd
yeah,
doors.
I know what you're talking about now. Actually, let's not bring that up because I actually do show
Okay,
that off.
yeah, because
Can you explain it later?
if I'm correct, James will get enough. By the way, if you fall down there, it's instant game over. I think
I will
James,
say this much: I do have enough to open up all of them.
Look at that tiny hole.
Then then we'll explain later. When we
Adulting
get to that.
Gruntilda's bedroom has
Dirty undies!
hanging from the ceiling.
Well, who
Who
doesn't?
the fuck hangs dirty undies up in the
I mean, yeah,
Orders.
yeah. Who else?
She
doesn't?
also has
An eyeball flower!
growing in a pot behind her bed. Filthy old bag.
I don't know. That sounds pretty awesome.
It's a flower.
And you'd be sick if you saw her enormous
Sweaty yellow undies!
Okay, yeah, that's drawing a line.
These used to be, these were white when I bought them.
You know, I think she knows a little too much about her own sister.
It's like she lives with the old bag.
You know what? I kind of get the feeling that she's just a ghost. A ghost of the sister of Gruntilda.
James, you're playing with God here. No, James, you're playing with luck. Okay.
So what does this little corridor lead into?
A fun level that James hates, and I don't mind.
Ooh.
What do you think of this area?
Too spooky for me.
We'll get into that later.
Aw,
Hype, what do you think about our current predicament here?
that's what I said.
Well, I mentioned before that this place has some really bad lighting.
Grunty wins.
Yeah?
Tonight I dine on roasted bear.
I hate that room for that reason alone.
Yeah. Well, on that note, next time we're going to Gobi's Valley, and I promise we'll let Hype have more of his own thoughts to say.
Alright.
Till next time, guys.
Hopefully not before the burn ward.
Bye.
You got program.